What is up? Welcome to this month's Bizarre News. And let me tell you, there's some bizarre stuff happening.
I was going to say there's some weird stuff going on
There's some strange things happening.
in the neighborhood.
And I hope you like our ties. You got your draft tie on?
It's drafts.
Oh, yeah, and stars. We're going to change the format up a tiny bit. It's going to be more like roundtable discussion rather than like immediate post broadcaster discussion. Because we want to.
Because we want to. There's a very good reason for it.
Because we want to. That's why. But without further ado, let's get into the bizarre news. No, that's not the werewolves of London, but close. Paranormal experts say that a portal might be open in an English forest that's letting what in? Werewolves, black-eyed kids, and other beasts. Now let's all hear a collective of validity for all the folks who check their doors before they go to bed, not once, not twice, maybe 3 times. You're validated. But this wide open portal in Cannock Chase, Staffordshire, is supposedly a paranormal hotspot with a bunch of sightings of things like black-eyed kids, werewolves, and more. Author Lee Brickley, who's researched the area for 2 decades, believes that there could be a door to another universe letting these supernatural creatures in, and fears something might be here soon. Brickley stated, Cannock Chase is known around the world as a place where people encounter entities such as werewolves, phantom hitchhikers, ghosts, and even black-eyed kids. So if you're in Staffordshire and a young child comes knocking on your door asking for a cuppa, tell him to get. Lee added that he believed the woods are haunted with many spirits of the dead, with the creepy black-eyed kids possibly rubbing shoulders with other scary beings like werewolves and monsters.
Do you remember that scene from Terminator where Arnold tears off his face? We are getting closer and closer to Skynet takeover every day. Researchers at Tokyo University have developed a humanoid robot with a lifelike smile by using engineered living skin tissue and human-like ligaments. This new technology, detailed in Cell Reports by Physical Science, aims to make robots more natural and relatable. Professor Takiguchi highlights that the challenges in advancing human-like appearance, such as the need for surface wrinkles and thicker epidermis, and this advancement not only enhances the robot's realism, but also holds potential for applications in cosmetics and plastic surgery. The innovative approach involves binding lab-produced skin to a robotic skeleton using collagen gel and cultured human dermal fibroblasts. This method allows the skin to move with underlying structure without tearing. The researchers emphasize the importance of self-healing skin for robots, as even minor damages can impair functionality. And future developments may include sensors, pores, sweat glands, and cultured muscle tissue to further mimic human characteristics. This breakthrough provides insights in wrinkle formation and promises more fluid human-like movements in robots. Terrifying.
According to the Scientific Journal of Nature Astronomy, scientists have discovered a deep cave in the moon that could serve as an ideal location for a permanent human base. The question is, which would be more expensive? Earthfront property on the moon or beachfront property in California? I'm just kidding. No one can buy a house this day and age. Anyway, the cave, at least 100 meters deep, was found using radar technology in the same area that Apollo 11 landed in 1969, also known as the Nevada Desert. I'm joking. Researchers believe this cave is just one of many hidden in a underground and undiscovered world on the lunar surface. The cave's depth and structure could provide natural protection from radiation, extreme temperatures, and space weather, making it a promised site for future lunar habitation. Of course, we just have to pay for utilities, oxygen, gravity, anti-radiation, and, house meteor protection. Lorenzo Brazzone and Leonardo Carrer from University of Trento in Italy, who made the discovery, suggest that the cave's interior might extend even further underground. While further exploration is needed, this finding opens up new possibilities for lunar exploration and could provide valuable insights into the moon's geological history.
A bizarre theory has emerged, linking two unusual events in London as omens of the end times. On April 24th, two blood-covered horses escaped from an army training exercise. They caused injuries as they bolted through the city. Simultaneously, Big Ben's clock mysteriously stopped just after 9 a.m. These occurrences have fueled superstitions, with some interpreting them as a dark sign of an imminent catastrophe. Social media buzzed with theories and jokes about the approaching doom, drawing parallels to historical omens and sparking a mix of humor and genuine concern amongst Londoners, such as quotes from X. Quote, "All we need now is all the ravens to leave the Tower of London, and we've got a full set of a portents of woe." And they also said, "I'm not a superstitious person, but this is absolutely the sort of omen which ushers in 500 years of darkness, suffering, and strife." And they even said, quote, "Loose, bloodied horses in central London feels like an omen for the end times." End quote. And I agree.
Will you and I be AI? Renowned tech expert Ray Kurzweil, known for his accurate predictions and technological advancements, seems to think so. Ray has made several bold forecasts in his new book, The Singularity is Nearer. For instance, Ray predicts that by 2045, humans will fully merge with artificial intelligence, becoming immortal cyborgs. He also suggests that AI advancements will enable the resurrection of loved ones and allow our brains to connect cloud technology, ushering in what he calls the fifth epoch of human intelligence. He expects by the end of the 2020s, we'll see highly realistic, non-biological recreations of people potentially housed cybernetically augmented biological bodies. Furthermore, he anticipates that human intelligence will multiply exponentially in the 2030s as we connect directly to the cloud and effectively merge with the AI. I personally think that this should be called the ChatGPT Me. I should probably trademark that. Ray also envisions a future where technology revolutionizes daily life, making luxury more affordable and enabling new forms of entertainment that can transmit thoughts directly between individuals. Sign me up for that. Maybe he'll work directly with the moon caves for some affordable housing. All right, what is up? This is what we were talking about. It's a little bit more round table.
A little less formal.
To be honest, I didn't like. Neither one of us liked the stiff.
It made me nervous.
I feel like I wasn't talking to you, and I know we're talking to you technically as well. But I feel like now it's like the three of us are here.
This is more conversational,
unless there's multiple of you viewing this.
In reality, this is closer how we do our episodes.
Yeah, so it feels better. So let's get to the first bizarre news story: werewolves. Cannock Chase. It is in Staffordshire.
Can you say it with a British accent?
No.
Cannock Chase.
Cannock Chase.
Cannock Chase.
You know, I actually heard about this place before this news story.
Really?
There was, you might have seen it, a drone shot. It was when I was researching for Black Eyed Kids. There was a drone shot where a drone is flying over Cannock Chase and it sees apparently like a blurry version of like a black eyed kid, like a woman.
Really?
Or a girl sitting out there.
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's, but actually, Cannock Chase would be a really good episode.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be really good.
But yeah, so basically this gentleman, this author, Lee Brickley, is saying there's a portal open and shit's coming through. We got werewolves, black-eyed kids, ghostly phantoms.
Can I ask about that? Where do you get werewolves from?
I don't know. And there was no sightings. Okay. It's just, he was just, like, hey.
He's like, but what if werewolves?
What if?
Okay.
I think it's, maybe he's like, werewolves aren't here. They're in a different dimension, and now they're coming here.
Like, why is, I could see if he said Bigfoots. Big feet?
Big feet.
Because that's been, more, widely talked about, Bigfoot coming through portals.
Sure.
But I'm just confused about the werewolves. But maybe it's just his own British racist.
Werewolves in London?
Werewolves, yes. I've never seen that movie.
I was thinking of the song.
Oh.
Werewolves in London.
Oh, yeah. I do like the idea that black-eyed kids are coming through this portal, though.
I don't like that at all. I do not like that
As
one
an
bit.
explanation of what they could be, I like that. Not that they are physically coming, like they shouldn't get a passport.
Did you like the have a cuppa?
Yeah, I did like that.
Get a cuppa?
I enjoyed that, yeah.
Thank you.
You learned that for the Poltergeist episode, Pete the Poltergeist.
Really?
I think so.
I don't remember. I believe you.
I think we talked about it then.
Okay. The news story itself, I mean, I'd have to, I guess, read more of his works, and by more, I mean...
Eddie?
Yeah, it feels a little outlandish, but I think it's because it's based in a paranormal hotspot. Like, Cannock Chase is a paranormal hotspot, so if you're a paranormal investigator or author, I guess it would make sense that, okay, what makes this a hotspot? Why is all this stuff happening here? Maybe there's a portal that's open. So let's move on to our second news story.
Yeah, okay, so that's mine. The article itself is very technological, but do you have the picture up here somewhere?
I can see it right. Well, it'll be, yeah, you know what? It'll be here. Hello,
Well, here.
I'm a smiling face.
I love the picture.
I've seen it on the X. Also,
Yes.
the Twitter.
Yeah, it's just this goofy gloob of like bubblegum that it's a GIF. It smiles.
At least it's not frowning. At least it's okay with its existence, as far as we know.
I know. It's so weird to me. It's such a strange concept that they're almost like grafting skin. You talked about in your last story, AI bodies. Like this would probably be around those AI bodies. And it would move like the synthetic muscle and tissue.
You become one with this blob. Like you lose yourself. You don't have to worry about leg day when this is the reality right here.
You're just a blob. But I do.
But you're happy.
You
It's
are.
Planet Fitness. You get that pizza every Monday or Tuesday or once the month.
But if you're a robot, you don't care about food.
That's true. You oil.
I don't. Good synthetic.
Give me some good oil. That better be full synthetic.
I do like the idea that it's not just robots getting faces, that they're also using this to like learn about like wrinkles and like why that kind of thing happens.
Hopefully by the time we get wrinkles, we'll have all this shit squared away.
Listen, look at my face.
Yeah, I don't see any wrinkles.
Never gonna happen.
Oh, no wrinkles?
Knock on wood. Now it's just covered with hair.
Or gelatin. I'm just gonna start putting gel all over my face. I think he's smiling.
They made a flesh thing.
Yeah.
And they put it on a robot, and it's like almost like acting like a skeleton to a human face. And it's terrifying to me, but also kind of cool.
That's like the thing where you're at a family reunion and someone's like, "What do you do for work?"
What?
And you're like, "Well, let me tell you.
I've been to family reunions.
Patty, pass the Jello. Here, I'll show you.
Oh.
Pass the
Going,
Jello. This is what you're an accountant. That's cool. Third news story is the moon base, and we have to put the graphic here again. They found, like, the moon has craters.
Yeah.
But they discovered that it's not just like a divot, like a hole, but there's actually like cave systems.
Okay.
So you'll see it in the graphic. I wonder. Let me.
I mean, that makes sense though, because I've heard like theories like the moon is lighter than it should be. So if it's filled with like,
it's got to be a little hollow.
like,
so basically, it's even like they've found ways. It's I believe two guys from Italy. They discovered that it's not just like a little divot, but it goes in. So there's cave systems in there. And somehow that translates to, we could live there. You know, when it was just surface level, it's like...
Well, it's not like there's air in the caves.
Yeah, that's where all the jokes about oxygen and utilities.
Yeah, you're going to have to...
Now, if you can have, like... I guess the idea is, like, if we could take a ship or something that can house oxygen and things and put it in the hole, then I guess you could live there.
You almost like need to make like a tent in the hole.
Well, it would need it, but it would still need to be in some type of machine, like a ship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you need to have the oxygen and things like that. But I don't know. I don't know how large. I guess like so. It could still. I guess it could still be hospitable, but it'd be weird to like. I live in the crevice of the moon, but you know, there's gonna be people that are gonna be like dying to be like the first one that lives in the moon. Like I want the first moon address.
So? I guess
what
you're
is
right.
the moon zip code? It's gonna be like X.
It's
X041.
I wonder if they go higher or lower.
There's 6 digits. Oh.
I wonder if they go like.
We'll just start
20.
doing some British Canadian shit where you just start throwing letters and numbers in there. I think it's the idea of it. It's the people get excited about the idea of being unique, living in a cave. But I'm okay here on Earth. Maybe not Ohio, but I'm okay here on Earth.
Yeah, I think you made the joke like beachside versus Earthside.
Yeah, they're both expensive.
Yeah. But I think it'd be scary. It'd just be so cut off from Earth, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it would.
There's no last minute babysitters.
Right. That you're literally a 3-day flight away from civilization rather than, a couple hours typically.
Is it 3 days?
It's 3 days away.
Jeez.
Story number 4. Horse blood.
Horse blood.
So it's not the horse's
Sounds like a rock
blood.
band, metal band.
It's super cool. The image is super cool right here.
Horse blood.
There's 2 horses that escape. There's a black horse and a white horse. They're both covered in blood. The article did not say where the whole blood came from.
Yeah.
By the way, but they said people did get hurt from these charging horses.
People did?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's
their
those people's blood.
Well, they had blood when it broke out of the army facility, so maybe it was like army people blood, soldiers' blood.
Friendly horse fire.
Dude, I just don't know what made them break out of the.
So that's a mystery in itself. So people are taking the horses leaving
Yes.
at the same time Big Ben stopped.
Yes.
Is that an irregularity? Is Big Ben never typically stop? I don't know if you know that, but I don't know how often that happens.
I don't know if it happens often. I don't think it does. But the idea, because it lined up with this very iconic imagery of horses covered in blood at the same time as Big Ben stopping, it's just one thing is a coincidence, 2 things is a conspiracy, and it's just it just seems like too much.
What's 3 things? Fact.
Facts.
Hashtag facts.
There were a couple quotes. One
The
said,
Raven.
Yeah, they just said it seemed like if that happened, then that would surely be doom.
He said, and we get a full set of portents of woe.
Yeah,
What is
of what?
What
That's
is
a very
portents of
poetic way of saying it. It's very British and English literature.
portents of woe?
A portents of woe. I think portents is something that means 3.
Means shit hits the fan, homie.
Yeah.
It's such a weird connection though. Bloodied horses, clock stops.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
I think it's just because there's such weird things that are happening, and at the same time.
I think people look for things.
Yeah.
Which we do too. I mean, it's literally what we do, and we look for through lines. We like connections.
Yeah.
This one, it's not my culture. It's not my country. Feels a little far fetched.
I just love the imagery of it.
The horses is in itself is a really solid mystery.
Yeah.
I think there's something to that. Something happened.
Yeah.
Although it'd be hard pressed to believe that the military doesn't have
I am.
footage.
I'm
of these
sure
horses.
something silly happened. I'm sure an officer cut his hand or something, and they ran through it and they got
They were
scared.
shaving, and a horse bumped
They're
them anyway.
yeah. Oh God, I hope that's not it.
And he did not slit his throat, just a little scab. you
Yeah.
know? So our 5th story is all about AI.
Yes.
ChatGPT me.
God,
Trademarking that.
good.
It's probably already out there. ChatGPT me. It sounds good, but basically, it's this guy who works with Google. It's
Yeah.
either with Google as a partnership or for Google. I'm not sure. He kind of saw around the curve on AI, knew a lot about the iPhone, and kind of predicted a lot of things that were going to happen to the iPhone. And basically, he's just saying, with the fast track we're on with AI development, AI use, we are going to find ways to merge with AI. We're going to become incredibly intelligent. Life is luxuries are going to be cheaper and more tangible, more easy to accumulate. And it's just, we're going to be living in alternate reality of AI.
I see. I feel like that's one step away from the Matrix,
Yeah.
which is not.
But it'd almost
cool.
be it would be us doing it to ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't think
That
it's not like we're forced to do it.
No.
I guess in the
Until we
Matrix,
are.
they create them, and then
Yeah.
they're
Until we
you're
are
staying
forced to
in
do
here.
it.
I don't think if this was a 100-year prediction, I could see this happening. I think there's going to be a whole revolution of people that fight it, and I think there's going to be wars about AI probably, and that sounds a little dramatic.
I mean,
But
there are many movies about it, so I don't think it's that dramatic.
I don't. I think it's going to be people versus people. I'm not saying people versus robots.
Oh.
I think there's going to be people who are very pro AI, saying
Yeah.
this makes our life better, and you're going to have people that are like, no, this is not the human experience.
Yeah.
And I think
think
those
we'll-
people are going to battle.
I think it'd be laws. I don't know about wars, but definitely protests and things like
yeah,
that.
well, it starts with protests, and then protests get a little violent,
Could
and
you
then
imagine the people that are anti-AI use it during the war? How hypocritical would that be?
you are a master chief military leader. They are going to strike you at 6 a.m. dawn. You do not want casualties. What is a great game plan to ensure that the majority of your people live and a good chance that many of them will die?
That's a good that's a good prompt.
And the people on the other side are just like, did you just see their prompt? All right, tell them to do this. And then they just set them up for and that's why you lose.
That's why you lose.
That's why you use Claude.
They weren't
not
playing
ChatGPT.
chess. Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing checkers and they're playing chess.
Exactly.
I don't know. There's a lot of AI stuff that excites me, and there's a lot of AI stuff that's terrifying, to be honest.
The stuff that terrifies. This is a little bit of a tangent, if I will. I heard a conspiracy theory recently that the president of the United States is actually dead.
Oh,
And
Joseph Biden?
Yes. And that his voice that we've been hearing lately has been nothing but AI.
Mm.
And it's scary to me because I have to wonder how true it is.
Well, there's another layer of conspiracy theory around that, not to completely derail this, but...
It's not that derailed, though. It's about AI.
Well, but what I'm about to say is not AI.
All right.
There's people that think it's a mask, and they have pictures of him where, like, his earlobes have changed over time, his chin's different over time, and you can see, like, wrinkles and, like, a change of color where it almost looked like a mask. I'm not saying I believe this.
Sounds like aging to me.
You'd have to see some of the photos to make the decision for
true.
yourself. Because then they pair it with a video of somebody wearing a mask and then taking it off and it.
But what if the photos are AI?
It could be.
Exactly.
Okay. The next problem is no one knows what to believe.
Yeah.
Photoshop's one thing. AI, come on, man.
Yeah. It gets crazy with this kind of thing.
Let us know in the comments. Are you fully on board with an AI lifestyle beyond ChatGPT and whatever? I mean, it's everywhere.
I don't know if I
Do
am.
they have food apps? You know
I don't
what
know if
mean?
I'm in yet.
Like they have AI food apps where you can take a picture of your dish. It'll AI track it and it'll tell you exactly like how many calories, your nutrients, everything on there.
That's pretty
just
cool.
by AI.
That's kind of cool.
There's AI for golf. Like you can track your swing with golf and it'll tell you here's what you need to change, here's what you need to adjust. Like it is everywhere. It's not just ChatGPT. Let us know in the comments if you want to live in this world of progressive AI. Are there benefits? Yes. Are there negatives? Yes. I love that a guy from Google is trying to strike a little fear in us. Although there wasn't really fear. It was more like, this is what's going to happen.
I think he's like into it. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm down with this. But let us know what you think. But hey, we appreciate you listening to this month's Bizarre News.
Yeah.
We hope you like the stories. Charlie,
Yeah.
if they want a couple more stories, what can they do?
I appear to have lost my tie. If
Whoa, where'd it go?
I-
Did it fall in your shirt?
I think it's over there. Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks, Ben. So if you want some more stories, you can subscribe to our Patreon where we have 3 bonus stories, not just for this episode, but for every episode we've done. That's been consistent. We've had 8 stories every time. You only get 5.
Statistically, that's 36 stories a year extra.
Wow.
That's right?
Is that I don't know if that's true. Ben, is that true? 3 times 12 is 36. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So it's there for you if you'd like the extra bonus Bizarre News stories. But if not, we appreciate that you're here listening and or watching. And stay tuned for next month's Bizarre News.